We're back on BVarsity Live, and Zach Ewing with Teenage Trevor Horn.
No, it was
What's going on over there?
it's one of the trending videos on Twitter. It's female bodybuilder, and it's a video of her doing a clean and jerk. And as she gets it up to her shoulder, she drops it, and it rolls out, busts the glass wide open.
Oh, wow. Sounds terrifying.
Nick, don't do that, man. You'll throw your back out.
I guarantee you won't see me doing that.
Hey,
But
Nick,
we're just
going
to
to
be lifting those tri-tip sandwiches at Bulldog Grill,
Oh,
though.
man, I'm out of here. Hey, before we move on to softball, were you surprised by that Clovis North win over Clovis last night, or does that kind of show a testament that the track between those three is going to be such a battle?
No, not really. I think I give the edge with the offense to Clovis North. With Zach Whitaker on the hill for Clovis, he's awfully tough to beat. But no, I think Clovis North. If you had to really look at the best three teams in the track, I'd go Buchanan, Clovis North, and Clovis. If you look at Clovis, they have come from behind. They've been behind so many games in the seventh inning, and if somehow they got that winning attitude going. But Clovis North is very good. No, was not surprised. And they're going to be there by the end of the year as well.
Yeah, we'll learn a lot next week, as you said, with Buchanan playing both Clovis North and Clovis in the same week. Moving on to softball, where the Cougars are a big topic as well. They're 11-1. You have them ranked number 1. Central's number 2. Buchanan's number 3. It's sort of the usual suspects in softball this year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Central's going to be the X factor with Gianna Mancha. She's got a bad arm. It's just, I don't know if it's growing plates. But she pitched today for 4 or 5 innings and threw a perfect game, but they ended up losing to Mission Oaks. If she's healthy, Central is legit the team to beat because she is so overpowering and going to Boise State throws gas. Clovis is Clovis, and they got a great team as well. Buchanan is probably the best offensive team I've seen in the Valley. But again, who's going to be that fourth spot if you're looking at the semifinals? And I think again the other X factor is probably Frontier, Stockdale, possibly Hanford West, maybe even Clovis East. Those are the teams that could be right there.
Yep. After this show's over, I'm going to head over to Stockdale. They're hosting Frontier today, so I'll be able to check them out. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, exactly.
And you better walk over and see the end of the baseball game if the softball ends first, too.
Yeah, because that's actually going to be a really good game. I've seen Stockdale twice this year already. They beat Centennial pretty easily in the SWIL opener before spring break, and then had a really good game on Tuesday at Liberty. So, yeah, if there's enough time, I'll definitely just, walk 100 feet away.
Yeah, walk past the batting cages there and get there.
Pretty much.
It's interesting to me, Hanford West, such a great program, and with this competitive equity system, to see that the Hanford West softball team rise up, and they were Division III and then 2 and now in Division I. And this is kind of the fun part of the competitive equity, to see a program like that get tossed into the mix, and I think they can really compete, Nick.
They really can. If you look at their schedule they played, they've been hot lately, but they got upset yesterday or 2 days ago to Lemoore. They lost a 13-12 game. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, they're an outstanding team, and they've got such a tradition from the little girls coming all the way up. So Hanford West is definitely, to me, they're the Hanford of girls basketball. They've got it going on in softball. That's great to see because Hanford West in all sports have struggled. That's probably their best sport out there.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on to Division II, again, just like in baseball, you've got Madera ranked number 1, followed by El Diamante, Sanger, Monache, and then Garces coming in at number 5.
Yeah, and again, I think Division II is wide open. Madera got off to a hot start, struggled a bit. El Diamante could be the X factor, and Sanger's got a young team, and Monache's also outstanding. Garces is playing a tough schedule. So those are the teams, and Lemoore just beat Hanford West, so they're going to have some confidence. But I think D2 is pretty open.
Hey man, Liberty Garces under the lights tonight. That'll be kind of cool. Playing at 7:00 tonight at Garces.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Softball, huh?
Yeah.
Softball under the lights. You don't see that especially not down here. You don't see that. Division III, and this is kind of a broken record too, but Taft 1, Liberty Madera Ranchos 2. That seems like it's been that way either in D3 or D4 for about 5 straight years now.
Yeah, no question about it. Again, Taft is strong. Liberty, I think Tehachapi could be right there by the end of the year. They're off to a hot start. Dinuba again. Kerman's not too bad. They could be the little X factor, but again, I think Liberty looks at Taft as a team to beat in Division III. I think they want a piece of them.
And Taft does not have Arizona Pilgrim in the pitcher circle this year for the first time.
Caitlin
Caitlin Emerson, but I'll tell you what they do have is they still have some absolute power bats.
Olivia Ortlieb and Katie Evans, both of them still batting over 600 this year. I mean, they can swing the bats.
Yeah, so it takes a team with a really good pitcher to shut them down and then hope that you can score a couple of runs on them. So Taft's got that going on, and you have Tehachapi at number 4 there in Division 3. In Division 4, Wasco made the championship last year. They lost to Selma. Selma number 1, followed by Mission Oak and Chowchilla, and then you get to Wasco at number 4, Nick.
And Wasco is coming. They're playing good ball. And Mission Oaks could be the team. I mean, hey, they just beat Hanford West, so I'm sorry, they just beat Central this morning in that Washington Union tournament. That they could be the team as well to be right there. Again, D4 is pretty open, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is Wasco and Selma again.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think it was Wasco and Mission Oak last year, and Mission Oak won that championship.
Think it was. You're right. It was. Mission Oak could be the team to beat.
Any notes on D5 or D6, Nick, that in softball?
Well, that's pretty open too. I think Carruthers is playing a very tough schedule. I always look at the team that's up there. They battle tested early, and Carruthers has played the toughest schedule in D5. They did tie Fireball, so who knows? We'll see what happens in D5. It's still a long way to go in D5, and same goes with D6. I don't know. I still think some of these teams, maybe you see them at the end of the year, maybe the teams that struggle in D5, give them a chance in D6 in the playoff, and some of the good teams in D6 maybe move them to D5. But who knows if that'll ever happen. Maybe
during the season, kind of one of those equity things.
Is it too early to talk football?
Never.
Well, the one thing that I want to bring up is the simple fact that Cameron Williams was the freshman quarterback for BHS solely because he was 14 years old and couldn't play JV or varsity. Sunday night, he got he got a scholarship offer from Arizona because the 7-on-7 team that he plays, Pro Away, down in Southern California, went to Arizona. Curtis Brown was there also, Liberty's defensive end. And Rich Rodriguez and his coaching staff offered Cameron Williams, a 15-year-old freshman at BHS, a scholarship offer.
So he's obviously a transcendent talent now. That is a big story. But, Nick, do you have an early 2016 top 5 for Central Section football?
I haven't yet. I will get that out soon because the teams that are around the North Valley are already looking at Bakersfield as one of the teams to beat. There's been 2 years down, and that's very rare. No, I think you got to look at Clovis. Don't know about Liberty yet. You have to share with me, but I think Clovis West might be my number 1 team to start the year with Adrian Martinez at quarterback. Here's another kid that's going to get 1,000 offers. He's the Russell Wilson to me in the Valley, and they've got a lot of kids returning, a lot of sophomores last year. So Clovis West could be the team to beat here up north. Bakersfield, maybe down the South Valley. You're going to have to let me know about that one. But
we'll tell you this much. We'll tell you this much. Liberty lost quite a bit, or will lose quite a bit going into next year. But from what we're hearing, they've got some transfers coming in that may plug some of those holes as well.
Cameron Meek is one that's coming over from Frontier, who is a very good running back from Frontier, transferring over. You look at Centennial. They've got Gabe Cherry on that offensive line, who's verbally committed to Cal. And then probably one of the biggest playmakers I've seen in a while in Cole Beatty, who basically forced the team not to kick to him anymore after about three games into last season. And then here's the big one for you with Centennial. There was a guy that couldn't come in for an all-area basketball photo this week because he had football commitments. Do you know who it was?
Fill me in, Trevor.
Alec Check.
Oh, really?
Will be back on the football field for Centennial.
I like that.
That'd be really interesting to see that.
Yep.
Okay, so it'll be an interesting football season. It sounds like Clovis West is ready to kind of reclaim its spot on the throne that it has vacated for a few years here. And we know Clovis will always be very good. Bullard will be very good. And you're right, Nick. It feels strange that Bakersfield would be down 3 years in a row. So I don't think that'll happen.
Can Ridgeview move up to D1?
You know what? I think we find out this summer, but I would imagine Ridgeview will be D1 as well, which will make it even more fun.
Oh, that would make it absolutely the absolute best, because that whole conversation last year, it was like, they're number 1, but they're D2. And it was a tired conversation in my mind.
Well, I just wish we could have seen Ridgeview and Liberty play at the end of the year with a healthy Jordan Love and seen what happened instead of having to speculate and go off of a result with an injured quarterback. So, hey, Nick, we appreciate you joining us. We're almost out of time, man, but we'll do it again soon, okay?
Thank you so much. Before I go, Ben Johnson, the head coach of Edison, we're starting a new radio show up north, and 19 high school coaches, or 19 schools need new high school coaches.
Wow.
That's going to be our first show. We're going to have you guys on sometime, but to me, it's the greatest story is what is going on in the coaching world.
There is too much commitment for too little money, and guys are just kind of realizing that it's just not 100% worth it anymore because you don't have the availability to have a life.
Yeah, well, we will definitely get into that. The musical chairs are going strong. Again, Nick Papagni from thepagmeter.com. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the great work.
All right. Thanks, you,
Nick.
And just a couple of reminders. Covers in the California. We're doing spring sports now. We're all over it. You're at softball today. I'm at baseball tomorrow. You're taking on the tackling clinic tomorrow night at VHS. That's at 7 o'clock at Harvey Auditorium. Also a coaches clinic going on all day Saturday. Next week, again, it's all area. Friday, or actually start Thursday, April the 7th, 1 week from today. The all-league teams for all the winter sports will be published in the Californian and on Bakersfield.com. Friday will be soccer, Saturday wrestling, Sunday boys and girls basketball. Our thanks to CJ West for being in and to Nick Papagni. We'll see you guys later. This has been BVarsity Live.
Bye-bye.
To the house, and the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17